This is the Infinity Signal, trading the future. In today's analysis, we'll take a closer look at the EUR/USD daily structure, where the Infinity Signal Suite and Fibonacci framework are revealing a possible inflection point between November and December 2025. Let's break down the data. On the daily chart, EUR/USD has rebounded from the lower boundary of the regression channel, marking a short-term recovery after a multi-week decline. The candles are now stabilizing near the 0.244 Fibonacci level, around 1.1530, forming a base pattern that could evolve into the next cycle's expansion phase. This area, between 1.1390 and 1.1530, is a key structural floor. It represents both the Fib 0.122 and 0.244 retracement zones, where institutional accumulation often begins after a compression cycle. The Infinity Signal gauge currently reads neutral at 1%, which may sound indecisive, but in reality, this type of neutral equilibrium often appears right before a directional shift. Here's what's happening across the layers. 1 hour and 4 hour time frames. The lower time frames are turning bullish, with strong expansion intensity readings, especially on the 4H, where %K is above 90, signaling momentum building from the short-term layer upward. Daily time frame, 1D. Currently neutral at 41%, suggesting a recalibration after the recent rebound. If the daily flips bullish in the next few sessions, it could confirm a midterm reversal. Weekly time frame, 1W. Still bearish, but with weakening downside intensity, a sign that macro selling pressure is fading. This is typical in transition phases, where the short-term and mid-term layers lead before the weekly confirms. Monthly time frame, 1M. The strongest signal on the board. With a 92% bullish reading, the monthly layer is signaling early accumulation and long-term base formation, suggesting that the pair may already be carving out the next upward phase of its broader cycle. In short, the Infinity Signal is showing multi-timeframe divergence, a classic signal of potential trend change. Overlaying the Fibonacci retracement from the July to November swing gives us a clean technical roadmap. Let's mark out the key levels. Support zone, between 1.1390 and 1.1500. This is the foundation of the current structure. First resistance, around 1.1630 to 1.1670, aligning with the 0.366 retracement. Next resistance cluster, between 1.1720 and 1.1760, around Fib 0.488. Final target zone, 1.1830 to 1.1920, or Fib 0.600 to 0.722, which aligns with the upper regression boundary. As long as EUR/USD remains above 1.145, the probability favors continuation toward 1.17 to 1.18 during this forecast range. Notice the fractal symmetry visible on the chart. The left side pattern from August to October displays a cyclical rhythm of expansion, pullback, and re-expansion. The current phase appears to be mirroring that earlier structure, suggesting a similar two-wave pattern may unfold over the coming weeks. If the fractal rhythm holds, EUR/USD may briefly consolidate near 1.500, followed by an upward continuation that tests 1.7 to 1.8 by early December. Putting it all together, the Infinity Signal composite remains neutral, but with bullish lower time frame pressure building beneath the surface. The daily structure shows clean Fibonacci confluence near support. The monthly layer remains decisively bullish, signaling that the macro foundation is strengthening. That combination sets the stage for a neutral to bullish transition, a potential turning point as volatility compresses before a new expansion phase. Short term, bullish expansion equals early momentum. Midterm, neutral recalibration equals waiting confirmation. Long-term, bearish lag equals weakening. Composite, neutral, 1% equals poised for breakout. Forecast range, November 9th to December 9th, 2025. Forecast, range bound to start, then potential breakout toward 1.7 to 1.9 as the cycle matures. This has been your infinity signal analysis for Euro-USD. As always, this forecast reflects indicator data and momentum geometry, not financial advice. Stay tuned for updates as we track the alignment of these signals across the coming weeks. The infinity signal, trading the future.